Ugh. So I guess we're showing poems. Doki Doki. About to show our poems. There we go. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. My good friend, after all.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Zero!
Huh?
I love it! I had no idea you're such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Sure, Yuri's opinion is to be a little more constructive than this. No, Yuri's opinion is the exact same. Little did you know. You're wrong. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Zero poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Yuri hugs the sheet against her chest. So weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room? Well,
Hello.
of course. Hi. We shared our poem. We're sharing our poem with Sayori first. Of course. Not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Zero. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
I'll see about that. Okay, do I have to read this? All of these poems are... We've all read these poems before.
Alright, I'm caught up already.
Yeah,
I think my dialogue was the same as yours.
Yeah, we've all read these poems before. They're the classic I want breakfast.
I want breakfast.
Yeah, we've all read these poems before. Guys, you have to realize I'm trying to say that I'm not going to read the poems to save ourselves from me trying to read Yuri's poems too. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
The next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
I guess I look forward to it. So I actually don't know if So there wasn't exactly something that I remembered fully. Someone said like that's in the side story with Monica. Sayori confirmed that her being an airhead is an act. Did she confirm that? Look, I wasn't sure.
She said something. She just said something about like
I know she definitely plays it up a bit more than usual, but like, I don't think she fully doesn't act like that at all, you know? I don't think that's like, none of that is her personality.
I think she basically just said like that she puts on a mask.
Basically just pretending she was happy.
Yeah, and that how she doesn't want. She wants to be happy. She doesn't want other people to be somber around her because of her.
Because I like to believe that Sayori does play it up to an extent, but I'm also not going to sit here and act like Sayori isn't, like, clumsy or silly at all, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's, to some degree, that is her actual personality, to some degree. Because the other thing is, it's like, MC remembers her having that kind of personality. And as a child, children, and she does have it since she was born, children aren't really that good at hiding that kind of stuff, you know? Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm pretty sure a part of that is her actual personality, but to some degree, she probably does play it up a bit more than usual. Go to Natsuki.
Natsuki? Okay.
Yeah. Just going down the line. Just looking at each other. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. Not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. I think you'll like it. Yeah, eagles can fly, monkeys can climb. Yeah, jackrabbit. Don't bother, Natsuki. Yeah. I told you they weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing is to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I actually never noticed that. She has a sweat bead when she says that she's a pro. That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh. She doesn't like it. You can. It's like you can tell she doesn't fully believe in what she's saying. Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? And that is another line that confused a lot of people.
Remember what the beginning said. Everyone in this game is over 18 years old.
Yeah, let's not forget the beginning. The new beginning message.
I find that absolutely hilarious that they have to clarify that in the beginning.
I think it's because people just... it's like... because I think it's also because the only thing on record we had of Dan saying it before was a Discord message.
Yeah.
So, I guess now it's like... it's good to have it be a actual thing in the game for people. It's
Yeah.
And also, like, and it's funny, too, because I always thought that this was Natsuki just talking about, like, a few months. Because Natsuki is one of those characters to use that as, like, a way to brag. She'll use it to her advantage. Like, if she can use it as a way to brag, then she'll call herself the youngest. But if people start using it to make fun of her, she'll be like, well, it's only by a few months. I'm not that young. Like, she'll then, like, try to fight. She'll use it she'll use it to her advantage, basically. She definitely would. She's that type of character. Yeah, guess not. I decided humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Good for you, Natsuki. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Jesus. Forgot how harsh Yuri is. So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Yuri finds her train of thought. It's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you could be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Yeah, of course.
Natsuki can be a little bit biased though.
Yes, Natsuki can be biased. Of course. Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity, for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yep, and then she flickers, and the light flickers, and everybody flickers. A flicker, people.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Zero.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their works. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing.
It's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Tell me that isn't Monica? Or boom, that's the explanation is Monica? What? This isn't Monica at all. What? In this case, the subject of the poem is being compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, able to let go of the past. Monica, the whole point of DDLC is that Monica's letting go of the past and just ignoring everybody because, and is literally ignoring everybody because they're not real. That's not Monica. It's like Monica was pretty quick to ignore the past. Hold up. Alright.
Hi, Zero. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright. I'll keep that in mind. No, let's keep that's more Sayori. Sayori is, I matter, but I don't matter. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Zero. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
That's true. Look at her character development. She's so different from how she was with Sayori. Actually, since the side stories are, like, all going in order, I wonder if we will actually see character development, like, through the side stories, since they all are in, like, chronological order. Like, maybe we'll start seeing Monica be more responsible, like, more of as, like a club leader as the side stories go on. That'd be interesting. That's true. And Monica, my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of the vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Be cool if she became more and more stone-faced to everyone as she becomes in terms of everyone being fake. See, that would be cool, but I don't think that's gonna happen because it seems like the way they kind of like... It seems like the way they're kind of going about these side stories, they say that it takes place outside of the game's timeline. So I don't even think Monica's gonna become aware in the side stories. She might though, but I'm not sure. Like, I think the side stories are going off of a canon. Like, in my opinion, I think the side stories are actually filler. Since Monica is supposed to, like, since it's like a lot of it doesn't technically make sense. In my opinion, I think the side stories are in a different canon. I think the side stories are in a canon where where Monica doesn't get an epiphany. I think the side stories' canon is like the normal visual novel canon. I think that's what they're going off of. At least I think. That's my personal thing. I'm saying, like, maybe she's already aware. Maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see more in the side stories to really get that confirmed. But the fact that dance doesn't happen outside of the game's timeline makes me feel like she isn't. But I guess we'll have to play more of them to see. Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It'll take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident.
I didn't know she actually says that in vanilla.
What, that she has to sound confident?
That she's not good at writing.
Oh,
poems.
yeah, right. Yeah, because it's kind of hard to see side story. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my point, Sneaky. I'm like, the reason why I feel like the side stories also aren't canon is because it's really hard for me to see side story Monica as this Monica. Like, she's, like, the whole the fact that she gets so close to each of them, assumingly, through the side stories, makes me feel like, how the hell would she be able to twist so fast to be like, to just be like, they're not real? And even then, I'm still in the firm believer that Monica has a hard time coming to terms with the truth anyway in Act 3. But even then, it still feels like it would be even harder for, like, side stories Monica. Yeah, I definitely think the side stories are just ways for Dan to give us more character about them without it being canon. Like, this is what Monica would... This is Monica's actual personality if she wasn't aware. So it's like, ah, okay.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Or I guess not even her personality if she wasn't aware, just Monica's actual personality in general, I guess. Just more ways to develop the characters.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform? What did you call it? Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem, or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
The side stories are canon, they just take place pre-aware. See, that's the problem. Monica said that she was aware as soon as the game started. So it's one of those things where it's like, how can she really be aware later? Like, as I say, it's like everything only started as soon as Act 1 started. Monica was aware before the game started, actually, because that was the whole point of the Steam page. Because she says she wrote the Steam page for the game. That's the canon, is that Monica wrote the Steam page for the game. Monica was aware before the game even started. Ew. Guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Yeah, as Fox said, Matt, most likely gonna be posting it in parts, but also I feel they're gonna be decently long parts since it's vanilla. What I might try to do is I might try to cut out the side stories and upload those first. Like, and then upload the, like, entire vanilla playthrough, like, later, just because I know people are probably more interested to see those. We'll see what happens. I'll see what I do with it. Ugh. You know, it'd just be nice when my post gets upstairs. There's a literature club after all. I sigh. This is what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Uh-oh. Here it comes.
Oh.
They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. His eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? So you've chosen death. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Remember at one point I didn't even know that's what it was about. And I was like, what? Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was a poem about that you should try your best. I thought her poem was about trying your best. And then I'm like, oh. Like, it's the opposite. It's actually very depressing and how you should probably give up. Like, damn. Why does everyone write such sad poems?
Wait, did that appear in the announcements too?
What?
The merch thing? Yeah, it did.
What?
It appeared in the announcements.
Oh, yeah, in our announcements, yeah, I put a thing. Oh,
yeah.
oh, it actually shows me your message, Daniel. Oh, shit. Okay, nice. So I can actually see people's messages now when they buy merch. Yeah, it says I've been debating it for a while, but fucking merch. Yeah, nice.
So it did work. That's what I wanted to do. I forgot I set that up. That's how it works. Sadness is the core theme of the literature club, I suppose. Yeah. That's why there's no happiness.
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Zero did too. Hey, I just thought it was okay. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own.
You said
First
like,
of
I
all-
also thought it was cute.
Yeah. I also thought it was cute, Yuri.
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet.
Jesus. Yeah, this is
Getting sassy.
this is the best part of the argument is the fact that it's like both are just in the wrong. Like neither of them are redeemable in this argument. They're both wrong. Cuz like Yuri starts being an asshole like later and then Natsuki starts it kinda to be fair. But Yuri finishes it. Also thank you for the gift sub, Daniel.
And Zero liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Zero appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Zero started showing up.
Natsuki! Not...
Oh, you're eating?
Oh.
Okay. Come back.
Yeah,
Oh, you're back.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Zero. She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it. Technically, you started it.
Yeah, at least Natsuki did start it.
If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them not to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Zero.
But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Zero?
Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? Not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... See, so it's funny, because...
I'm back.
Dan talked about this decision, and he said that the Sayori option is actually the most dickish option you could go with. He said, like, it's the most asshole option, because he's like, you're just dragging Sayori into the argument, even though she wasn't involved. He was like, it's like the worst option you could go with, because MC just dragged Sayori into this argument when Sayori had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, they quite literally ask him, and then he's like, Sayori!
Yeah, Sayori, help me.
I mean, to be fair, I can see why most people pick it, because it's, I think you end with mutual. You don't have to agree with either of them if you pick it, though. Because the thing is, both of them are in the wrong!
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, you could say, well, Natsuki started it, but I guess you could also argue that Yuri did, too, if you think her saying that she's cute is an insult, but, like, I don't know. More effective. They can actually be equally effective, Natsuki. There's enough online to show that you're both biased and wrong. Yeah, I think the whole point is that it's wrong, that they're both wrong. There's only a fourth option that said, look, a distraction.
I think the whole thing there is they're trying to force subjective opinions onto each other as if they're objective.
Yeah, basically. They're trying to force their opinions on each other. So I'm sorry, Sayori, but the dick move is the correct option.
Okay.
Natsuki glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. Instead, I turned to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Zero.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree.
I agree.
I never noticed how
I
funny.
agree. Fuck Sayori.
I've never noticed how funny that line was. He's like, well, that's her problem. Yuri's like, I agree. Sayori has nothing to do with this.
Please leave.
I agree. It's unfair to others to inject their own feelings into our conflict.
What?
Okay.
Well, it's fucking unfair to bring your conflict into the club room.
Yeah. Get outside.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your
Oh my
immaturity that's
God.
made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes.
Stop! Natsuki! Yuri! You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings in just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh no, here it comes.
And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Of course.
I like how it's like, yeah, Sayori, you're making a good point. And then it's like, uh-oh. And just like Sayori, she goes downhill. What were you gonna say?
Whoops.
And there she goes. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I forgot about that. And Monica's like, oh my.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
Make some tea quotations.
So yeah, you only get, because you only get, you say Sayori saying that if you pick her to save the argument.
Yeah.
So this is why Sayori's vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. God damn it, I'll be right back.
Nah. Not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess it just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. Only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Zero, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded to myself with newfound determination.
Zero! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Hehe.
Yuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it, though. Can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You know, Zero. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest.
That line hurts now.
And I think everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an eternal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. It's poem time. Fun fact, while on military duty, I gave a 2-hour talk to one of my fellow medics about why DDLC is an amazing game. It was interesting. Bro, you're converting him. You convert that man, Daniel. Alright. Let's do this. Marshmallow, we already fucked up. We're getting perfect Sayori. Loud. Dream. No! What? Yuri! No. I refuse to allow this. Hope.
Joy. Cry?
Massacre, no.
Warm.
I remember that specifically. Loud. No, Natsuki's loud. Natsuki's loud. Pretty sure Natsuki's loud. Damn it, I wish I could cheat and activate my thing. Oh, wait, there's bed. No, Candy's Natsuki. Heart. Fucking... I don't want to use a list. We have to do this on our own merits. Clumsy. I didn't see that actually there. Puppy, vibrant, ambient, summer, climax, peace, disoriented, pleasure, strawberry. Peace? No! Why would Natsuki like peace? Natsuki's not a peaceful person! Let me just check this real quick. Heartbeat's Natsuki. Natsuki's love words. That's one thing I have to realize. Natsuki is love. Isn't Poof also Natsuki? Yeah. Natsuki's love, while Sayori is happy. But Natsuki's love words. Gotta remember that. Yeah. Cry. She started an argument. What do you mean, peace? Sayori's emotions. Yeah, Sayori's is like emotions. Sayori could be forgive. Yeah, Sayori's forgive. Kitty and Bunny are all like Natsuki. Happy or sad is Sayori. Cute is Natsuki. Anything complex. Calm. Calm could be... No, wait. Calm is probably also Natsuki. That has to be Natsuki, because Natsuki just had fucking peace. Unless Calm is Sayori. Oh, it is. Oh, God. That's like the same thing! Raindrops. That might be Yuri. I'm afraid. That might be Yuri. It's the raindrops might be Yuri. Laugh! Yeah, laugh Sayori. Okay. This is so hard. It's so hard because I fucking... It's so hard because I'm so... When I do this with Natsuki, it'll be so easy. But I don't do Sayori's route. Like, marriage? No, I think because that would be Natsuki. Or does marriage work? Okay, I know marriage does work. Okay. Alone? That might be Yuri. Memories. We're gonna be here forever. That's it. I'm activating my special move. Chat, we can do this. We just believe. We're gonna do it together. Fuck it. Love? Is there love? Oh, okay. We can do this. Rain cloud. We got this. We're doing it. We're gonna do this, chat. Broken? Sayori's broken. She sure is. Socks? Natsuki loves socks, so it can't be. Imagination! Imagination has to be Sayori. It has to be. So they're like sad things, happy things, and childhood memories. No, wait, imagination isn't Sayori? Clouds. No! Clouds was Natsuki! Why? Fuck it. We've been here for too long. Our third poem we'll try. Let's just try to learn Sayori's words for now. Marshmallow is also Natsuki. Okay. Let's try to click the ones we have questions about so we can know for the future. Grief. Okay, grief is Sayori. Okay. Death. Death is also Sayori. Okay. Jumpy, I'm curious. Jumpy's Natsuki? Okay. Skirt. Skirt is also Natsuki. But would Sunny be Sayori? Sunny, Sayori. Okay. I'll try to remember that. It's be hard. Kiss is Natsuki. Okay. Milk is also Natsuki. Email is Natsuki. Fuck. Okay. Peace is Natsuki. I remember that specifically. Hopeless. That's Sayori. And, of course, suicide. That's Yuri. We got Sayori's anyway. I doubt we got Natsuki. If we somehow got Natsuki, I'd be genuinely upset. But I doubt it. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. Got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, usual scene greets me.
Hi, Zero.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to see you being in the club. That's all.
I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things to do anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
Eh? That's not like you at all!
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? Why that, all of a sudden?
No reason, really. Just wanted to look at it. Very nervously retrieves her coin purse. Fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair! How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option.
Ah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
Eh?
Oh no, that's me. Huh? I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Zero to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That!
I love that too.
Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pwap! I love that. Pwap! That line takes on new context after the side story. You deserve to feel guilty. That line takes on new context just knowing about Sayori's depression. Just honestly.
Yeah! Ow! What was... A cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution.
Actually, that one almost worked.
I love that part too. It's like no, actually that one almost works.
I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori Sayori gets out of her seat and goes by Natsuki and wraps her arms around her.
Jeez. I get it.
Doki still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual.
Yeah, our actual Monica's gone too. They're both gone. No!
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... Well, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me?
I just love this day of the game because like all of their interactions. I think this was the day in Act 1 where I was like, I love this game because like all of their interactions are so good. Like fucking, you're like Yuri's just like she's more desirable than all of us. So then Sayori agrees that Natsuki's just like, excuse me, like don't lump me in with the rest of you. Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry.
Ah, there you are.
I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all! You're so strong-willed! Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time.
It makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. That's...
Monica looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay!
Sounds cool. I'll also look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Zero.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sure, Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet.
Zero!
Yuri suddenly comes up to me.
I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me?
Supplies? What for?
Well, you know how the festival's coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks.
Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you.
Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Zero to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Zero?
Yep, let's go. And I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something.
Zero.
Yes.
You should check Discord real quick.
Oh. So you can't voice anymore
Not right now at least.
for the time being? Alright. I
Yeah.
mean, I can be Monica for now. I mean, luckily, Monica side stories, if we go to the side stories, you're not going to probably be voicing anything really there anyway.
Yeah.
You need to make Sayori's second poem, and we're at her, thing. She might be able to voice again soon, but we're not sure. But for now, Monica can't voice, is what she's trying to
Yeah.
say. But she will be here.
I will be here.
Where it finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? Not sure you would make an event out of literature.
Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry.
Is that so?
Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance.
Performance? Of what kind?
Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems.
Ah. That sounds kind of dull.
Zero! You're not thinking about it the right way at all.
Wait, how did she hear that? Oh, because he just said that sounds. Okay, so she just assumed that he didn't like it, right? Okay. Once you finish this day, check the side stories. Oh yeah, we most likely did unlock Yuri's. They were definitely gonna unlock Yuri once we get the CG. Because I mean, unless we're wrong and the person peeking in has been Natsuki this whole time, but I'm pretty sure it's Yuri.
Not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers.
Wait a minute.
Something's a little fishy here.
Wait a minute.
This is the poem she made.
Yeah, that's almost like, wait a minute. Wait a flippin' second, bro. They might... I guess they're canon after all?
They said that they can be if you want them to be.
I
They
meant,
didn't
like-
have to happen.
Well, I know, but to be fair, I think they're also just saying that just to not hurt people. But, like, I feel like they
Yeah.
intend for them to be canon, though. Like...
Yeah, I would like to think they are.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was like, yeah, I was like, so I guess they are intentioned canon. Okay, that's cool. All right.
You're right, I'm running the poem game.
Between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland!
Okay, it's like slightly different. It's similar, but it's
Yeah.
different.
Like that!
Like, see, she made it silly on purpose.
Yeah.
Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that.
You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know.
Ah, I know. Just meant that's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self.
Don't say that. It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm so excited. The festival's going to be so much fun.
Yuri spins herself around in the hallway again.
Hey, Zero. This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission.
The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. And in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. Nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. Pretty nostalgic feeling for me. The years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Was this line in the original? It was! This was in the original. This is what happens if you make a poem for Sayori again. Two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. That was so subtle. I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Wait, what do you mean? Well, with how he said, Oh. It just meant it's pretty... Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. I didn't even notice that. Jesus. I didn't even notice that she's like, what that meant when she said that. Oh, my God. That just meant that's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that's embarrassing, but I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Oh, God. Yikes. Poor Sayori. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Yeah, see? Reading Vanilla has made us give... The Reading Vanilla has given us more... We were able to look back and give more respect to it.
Let's see what we have in here. Crayons!
Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf.
They're the best brand, too! They're kind of dirty, though.
Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find...
Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color.
Fine, fine. And at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper.
Ah, I dropped them by accident. Yeah!
Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap.
Ow, 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 ow.
You okay?
My forehead.
Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori. It's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Sayori's sitting on the floor. I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori.
But it hurts.
Just do it for a second. There she is. Oh. She didn't move her hand! Okay, no, actually, no, she did move her hand. Because her hand's on her head, but now it's not covering her forehead. She actually did move her hand. Oh. Yeah, Sayori in HD. Sayori being clumsy in HD. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side.
Ow!
Sorry. Huge red mark on the center of the forehead, of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice.
Zero.
Where'd I even find ice around this time? Ah, I guess a cold drink would do.
You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn.
Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? Doesn't really matter. This will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. Hello.
At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them.
Sayori, here. And Sayori the bottle of apple juice. I cannot speak.
It's nice and cold.
Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot.
Sorry, I forgot.
How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head.
It stings.
Just bear with it. You'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons. That's good.
Hey, Zero. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself, or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It's almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all. You know?
I really do that?
Yeah. You don't remember?
Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. Guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably would have hit your head.
Zero. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart.
Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that again. Treating you like that. And I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long.
Really? Maybe you're right. Zero? I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever?
Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. It wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? Can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up.
I'm so happy.
There has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her.
I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know?
Luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way.
Not if I hide it under my bangs.
Sayori hops to her feet.
Ah!
Touches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself.
Uh,
Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Ray plays their bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Is this me or is this Sayori's boobs get bigger in the CG? It might be the HD. Oh, by the way, did you catch up on your Switch?
Just catching up right now. I made the poem.
You're still making the poem?
I already made it. I'm catching up.
Oh, you can just use the skip feature.
Well, I kind of want to, like...
I'll read
skip
it. Okay, you can read it. Okay, you can skip it. Oh, I was just saying. Okay, so because we're doing vanilla, but it's a bunch of vanilla anyway, so you can read it if you want to.
you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. Sayori, your forehead.
He's fine. Don't worry about.
I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf.
You just say it like that.
Yeah.
Monica's like, oh.
Oh.
Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right.
Sayori frantically glances around herself.
I forgot all the stuff.
Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. Found the poster paper, too.
Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Zero.
Well, Sayori... I have to come up with an excuse for Sayori.
I made it an adventure.
Yeah, that.
Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems?
Guess I should grab mine. Have to make sure the crayon box is closed tightly. I'll return to my seat. Okay, so that means, if we go to exit DDLC, we should see Yuri.
Can you wait for me to catch up before you start that?
I was gonna do that. You think I was gonna leave you? I was gonna do that. That's me.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't leave you behind. In the literature club, you don't leave anyone behind, Monica.
Okay.
That's what you taught me. Look at the new
Yeah.
pictures I got. It's probably just the new Sayori CG. Yeah, there she is. Be cute. You'd be like,
Didn't he say there was over 200
oh,
pictures?
what
you
is
could
this?
unlock? Oh.
In Act 1, call Sayori for help during Natsuki Yuri's argument. Oh! A sketch of Sayori's initial character design. Look at her! Look at her little... Her bow was way smaller before.
Yeah. Look at that.
That is a way smaller bow. Doesn't even have it in this one.
Yeah, her hair is very different than the other one there.
I think they wanted it to be... Oh, wait, look, yeah. I think it might have been because it looked very similar to Yuri's hairpin. It was like... Look at that. It looks very...
Yeah.
So they probably gave her a big bow to make her stand out more. Yeah, because even look in this initial one, it's still really small.
Yeah.
Even in this concept sketch, they kept... Sayori had a small bow for a while.
Yeah. She did. Monica's bow's a little small too. She doesn't even have the little ribbons coming off it now.
Yeah, it was just a white... Her bow was just a white bow. Yeah, it wasn't a ribbon.
Her ponytail is also very small as well.
Yeah.
And her
Natsuki's hair...
socks are white!
Yeah, they didn't give her thigh highs. She still had thigh highs though, but they were white thigh
Yeah,
highs.
but they're white.
Yeah. They didn't give her black thigh highs yet. Not like I also said. Not also their heights were not fucking. A classroom used for literature club meetings. Background used the poem mini game. Nice. Plus, we got new music. Oh, we're also unlocking DDLC music. I didn't even notice that. We
Yeah.
unlocked Daijobu. Daijobu. Everything will be Daijobu. Monica. Everything will be Daijobu.
Okay.
Tell me when you are ready.
Okay.
When you are ready to start Yuri. Yuri. It's grape time. Monica. This is
What?
cute. This is a cute picture.
It is.
Zero, never say that again. It's literally the name of the song, though. Literally called Daijobu. Bro, I have 22% data collected. Dan, I'm coming for your data. I'm looking. Bro, what is this? Bro, is that Natsuki? Delete? How do
Oh
I
my
delete
god,
this?
the character files.
How do I delete this?
Don't delete it.
How do I delete it? Get it out of here. Get her. Oh,
Don't
delete.
delete
Delete. Wait,
Don't delete it.
Open. Oh. Well, that was about all I could do.
Bro, just rename it. Right click it, rename it.
I tried to rename it to like .png, see if he kept that, but he didn't. Did I get anything for trying to open them? No? Okay. See if I can find some Easter eggs while I wait for you. Oh. I probably get something for deleting them though. Insecure directory. Yeah, right. Wait, Paula. This is a scratch disk. Do not use it to store sensitive or permanent things. If you need access to files from the encrypted file share, copy them to your disposable drive and plug it directly into the thin client. Do not copy them here. Ria is working on setting up a proxy mail service so we can have a proper remote communication without having to worry about the higher ups. Keep everything offline until then. Paula. What the fuck? What am I learning here? Oh wait, these are... No, this is the same. Meeting notes is the same. Test is the same. I'm learning. Learning. What if I delete these? There has to be like something in one of these fucking folders. Man created an entire folder maze. There's got to be something just hidden in one of these. I will not sit here and be defeated by this folder maze. There's something. There's something in one. There's gonna be something. There's gotta be something. I refuse to believe that there's nothing in any of these. There's gonna be something.
I'm back.
Did you finish the thing? Did you finish catching up
No.
here? No. All right, we're looking through files,
Okay.
trying to see if there's anything in these. Some people are saying try codes. Okay, let's try one. Someone said try 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh shit! Unable to open track 06 name ideas. What?
Unknown error.
Track name ideas. Why can't I see it? Ah!
Gotta wait.
Oh yeah, so these are like codes. Like, almost said 240. Nope. There's nothing for 240. 404. Oh! DDLC.text. Is that like a...
Is it like a folder maze or something? that you
Yeah. Is this DDLC in its entirety?
found? I don't know.
Because I can't open it. Try 3, 2, 1. Oh. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, I was going to say error 404. Yeah, I'm assuming that's why that showed up, because error 404. 344. Oh! We can't open any of these!
Yeah, I think you have to wait till after the game or something.
I feel like I'm supposed to delete them, but I'm afraid to do that.
No.
I'm supposed to delete them and see what happens, but... Wait, 9:15, we missed it. We can't do 9, though. Because there's no 9.
You stopped right before sharing poems again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm there now.
Can't delete any? Wait, you can't even delete them? Like, if they asked you to delete it, you wouldn't even be able to delete it? Oh. Elevated access permissions are required to perform this action. Oh, maybe that's why I haven't opened it. Oh, what the hell? I have to give myself, like, administration. So maybe it is you have to... Maybe you get that once you beat the game. That might be what it is.
Yeah.
Once you beat the game, it might be that. And maybe you can only get some of these secrets once you beat the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yuri time.
Yeah.
Did you want to read a little bit as Monica, since she's probably not going to be in the scene for long, or?
No, I can't.
Okay. I was just asking. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, and stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. So she was the reading girl. His eyes widen, recognizing the girl. He very conspicuously mouths to Monica.
It's her! It's the girl!
It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving the flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club, by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside.
The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sarah continues to fail, containing her excitement.
It's happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for coming. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough.
Yeah, see?
Monica can confront people. If anything, the person who has problems with confrontation is somebody on the far left.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the person who has social issues.
Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
Girl nods, sitting right near my desk and gently sitting down.
So what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
I think she just said that. They already introduced themselves. Wait, Monica, Sayori. I'm pretty sure they introduced themselves. I'm Monica, this is Sayori. Yeah,
Sayori, nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Like books? Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy's cool. Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say I have. Oh, well, she's my favorite author.
Like how Sayori just gets a serious face.
Yeah.
like now say like a confused face. Like books?
I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. Aw, she's so cute.
Yeah.
Aw, she's getting all excited about her book. This is adorable.
You can borrow my books. I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience.
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. Who I decided was that Sayori, silently asking for help.
I'd love to. It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. Left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up.
I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri sat down on her desk.
True. Okay. I'll go get the first one then.
Yuri exits the club room in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances. Thank you for the resub, H-Dog. I appreciate it. Why isn't Monica voicing Monica anymore? She just can't. It's okay. She might be able to soon, though. But right now, she just can't. Also, Fox says to open the files. Oh, okay, she told me to open the files. Okay, I'd keep that in mind. Yuri exits the classroom and club and file. Oh, you're right.
Oh my god. I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy. Except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. That's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature.
Also, this kind of, I'm glad that this kind of shuts down the fact of, like, everyone used to always think Monica just was, like, into, like, just knew everything about literature. I love that just kind of shuts that down and just kind of makes it seem like Monica just knows very basic things about literature.
Read Discord again.
It's very basic literature knowledge. Yeah, we're probably gonna still be going beyond 9, Monica. We're not ending anytime soon.
Like 9 of my time?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be able to voice later.
I think so, yeah.
Alright.
In a few hours.
Alright.
In fact, I think... Oh, yeah, said that. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but... What if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? You have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more. Aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden.
It's okay, Monica. It's just knowing the community, everyone's gonna take Monica saying that and be like, wow, Monica's so mean! Even though she literally apologized and is just saying that she's being anxious. It's like, so, but it's okay, Monica.
It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead.
Yeah, see, exactly. It's fine, just a fine, here.
What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point out things like that, Sayori. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do. Besides,
Sayori lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get.
Taps her fingers against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. And afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back.
Her breath is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. Oh my god, Yuri's so excited. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Oh my god! Yuri, stop bringing the dictionary!
Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Yuri nervously interjects.
Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking.
Oh, okay.
Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, and glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. That's my fault, since I haven't been paying attention to the club recruitment advertisements. Only found out because she...
Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was. But it sounded that was probably irrational.
Oh my god, Yuri! She quite literally didn't come to school because she thought that Monica was talking about how irrational she was. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no, just to come here. Oh, to come to the club, not school. But still, it's just fun. Several days. Jesus.
Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad for interrupting you that I just like walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Just there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me happy. I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. I thought the literature club would find a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres?
No, Yuri, like things that aren't books.
I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, just things you would think are dumb.
Oh my god, we're gonna learn about Yuri's interests. Oh my god! Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and then you tell me about something you're into?
Oh my god, we're learning about Sayori's interest.
Oh.
I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into like crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes.
Yuri's into art. That makes sense.
Yeah. I always thought she was.
Yeah. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off to the last minute. Yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much.
I don't know what's happened.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to share something that I'm into now, right?
Sayori nods.
Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club! No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. Am not! Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. There, now you're stuck with me.
I like how that's how it happened.
That's how Sayori got to be vice president.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't give me responsibilities!
And Monica is teasing. Just like her actual. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine.
Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off.
I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around.
Ooh.
I also figured this about her.
Yeah. Big ooze for us specifically.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's peaceful. It's just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Wow, I feel like I would have never have time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for tonight. So, are you two going to be starting on that book at the next club meeting? That's the plan. I'm so excited.
Oh god. We've got to see Yuri read with MC, but we never got to see Yuri read with Sayori. Oh god. Oh. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile.
Bye.
Sayori exits. Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver. I didn't do anything. I just talked. Still. Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. He was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great.
After the surprise of a new club member, seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. There we go. Yay. What happens the next day? Another school day ends. Following her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. She opens the door. She's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. While Monica's running late.
It's club time again! Monica went to the computer lab, so just us today. Is that okay?
Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Yuri tilts her head, not sure of exactly what Yuri's talking about.
Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know they were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club. You don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing.
A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together. Reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Yuri pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book.
Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga.
Bro, Yuri reads different books! Oh my god. We finally have another book confirmed in Yuri's library of books. Dust Bell.
It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right. I should probably get some paper.
Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper? Oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes. Like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes. Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy.
Oh no. Oh my god.
Yes! Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre.
Yuri's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. So, thinking about it, she decides probably for the best that it did.
Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please.
Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush.
You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at everything involving real people. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. No.
Sarah rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, they get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. More of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. Despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it. I said it. Guides her through it in a way that's such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff like that. The things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry? I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way!
Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness as she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun.
Anyway, I think we can get started
reading now? Is that a grammar-ish mistake in my DDLC plus? Oh my god. Is it not on? Should there not be a word between started and reading? I think we can get started reading now. That sounds so weird, but maybe this is how it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb.
Anyway, I think we get started reading now, if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see.
No, that's grammatically correct. Oh, okay. Then I am just dumb. Sayori jots Yuri is patient into her notes. She's taking notes on Yuri and not the actual book.
Hey, that's for the book. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Yuri flips through the first few pages of the book and it passes the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
Everyone becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Oh no. Is this just gonna be her fucking... Oh no. It's gonna be Sayori not knowing what words mean.
Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course.
Sayori turns the page.
Are these footnotes? Mm-hmm. A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood.
You continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context.
Sayori rubs her temples. Two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But a reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Oh no. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter.
I think we can stop here for now. Okay.
Sayori takes a deep breath and closes the lid of the book she's gotten through so far.
So, what are your thoughts up to this point?
Sayori tries to find words.
Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best, so I can see it the way you do.
The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades.
I see.
Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
She pauses, then shakes her head.
We can do something else tomorrow. But I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand.
She's trying. I know what the problem is. I think the problem is Sayori is only doing it because it makes Yuri happy, and she's not doing it because she enjoys the book. She's only reading it because it's making Yuri happy. Yuri was looking for someone who would actually would mutually like the book.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you.
Yuri leaves.
You weren't making me.
Yuri's left alone with her words.
How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. Should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. Only thing I'm good at, and I still messed it up. If she doesn't want to come back.
Drowned in guilt, Sayori still stares blankly at her desk, read with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. This is horrible. Is it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. Probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. Need to do better for her.
Hmm.
Oh, so that's the thing to pictures. Oh, we got Yuri.
Yuri.
It be Yuri. We unlock any concept art? Nope. Okay. I know we unlocked music. Yeah, we unlocked Lavender Mist. Also, Fox has told me that the way the files work is apparently to open them, you have to read them at certain times. The mes.txt file can be read when the in-game clock is at a certain time. You find the time in certain places. Hint: the 9:15 thing has another code. It can be opened when the clock at the bottom right corner says 9:15. Okay, so that means see, the clock on the bottom right is going off my time, so I have to do that at 9:15 p.m. or a.m. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
God dang. I'm not gonna change my computer time right now. Jeez. Oh, let me stretch my back out. Ah! I mean, we could do. Actually, I guess I could do that really quickly. Hold up. But wouldn't I have to close the game though for it to update?
Probably.
I was like, pretty sure. Wouldn't I have to close the game if I wanted to do all that? See, that's so much work. No? Does it actually like update with real time? Like, hold up. Or perhaps it'd be worth it. Zero, I told you. All right, but if you told me, hello, bruh, like, you gotta realize there's 148 people in in this chat.
Yeah,
so I might have not read your message. I mean, I could definitely just try it tomorrow. Yeah, we don't need it right now. Anyway, time for understanding part 2. Mostly since it doesn't give you the time for the mes.txt file. You just have to figure it out on your own. That's fucking annoying. Which one was mes? Was mes the one, the 1, 2, 3? I think that was the 1, 2, 3 one, right? No, that was track 06 name ideas. Fuck, I forgot what mes was. I know there's 404 is DDLC. Was it 240? No. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was. Fuck. Where the fuck was... I forgot where MES was. No, I mean, we could just try tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow we'll most likely stream this, and it will most likely at some point be 9:15. No, 404 is DDLC. It's 344. Right. MES is 344. Yeah. Boop. Try again. No. Yeah. So which one is 9:15 though, I wonder? That's weird, because that's the one in the Polymers. I wonder which file is 9:15. Interesting. Alright, let's...
I'm here, by the way.
Alright, I was about to actually say they're going to part 2 of understanding. Oh, it gives you the code. Oh. First time, Sayori's the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting on a desk, stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. My best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best! I'm letting everyone down. Always just a disappointment.
She continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Pass. Nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm gonna leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. She does so.
Yuri?
Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. Sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not...
Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. Peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With publicity stuff? Yes.
Monica's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden? They're so eager to spend time with Sayori before. Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside.
Okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too.
Monica's worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. A little ironic, she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones.
Yuri nods and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up a conversation. I like how this side story ended up not being Sayori and Yuri's, but like Monica and Yuri's. Which is weird when they already have a side story, but that is something I do like about the side stories. I like that the side stories like don't just focus on the just them two. Like I like that it's like the other characters seem to actually be in them. I think it's cool.
So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. Went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Sayori told me. What did you end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. Really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you're into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you're able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her.
I need some water. I think I've ever streamed DDLC for this long before. Oh. Throat was getting dry. Yuri falls silent again. So she started her thought, but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Sighs.
No, it's just me.
Yuri pauses.
I'm thinking.
It passes in silence, and Yuri shakes her head.
I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Ah.
Monica pauses and thinks.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see.
Yuri looks a little more relaxed. This signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs.
Okay.
Yuri takes a deep breath.
I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort. Just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fist clenched.
I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori's different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, and she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand.
Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. Something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exasperating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. Just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops and shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My head is just... It's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. It looks like she wants to say something.
This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, Thank you. Anytime.
Monica smiles at Yuri. Just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, turning a shy smile of her own.
Yay! But we haven't fixed everything yet. Because now Yuri and Sayori have to fix their friendship.
These side stories aren't even like really feel like they're focused on like these two pairs. It feels like it's telling just all like a whole. This feels like a whole other just arc. Since all these side stories, I'm assuming are all gonna be connecting with each other. This entire side story just feel like it's just like some like expansion story. We got the DDLC prequel story. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great.
Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica.
You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great.
Yuri smiles and nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck.
Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. Tea set origins. Yeah, it's like a lot of in this really feels like this is like a canon prequel thing. So all right, I guess it still takes place. I guess it can still take place in the same like timeline. Are the stories similar to any mod so far? Not really. Most mods don't make their entire mod about like the founding of the literature club. Most mods, they'll have like a little scene that probably shows how they met, but I don't think I've played a mod so far where it's all based on how the literature club was created. And if they were never finished. So was this not supposed to be canon? It depends. They said it's like it's a canon that it can be canon if you want it to be, or canon if you don't want it to be. And the way Dan worded it made it sound like it wasn't going to be canon, so I thought this was just going to be filler. But now the more I read it, it feels like this is actually like a canon prequel. At least it's canon to me, so
I'm
far.
back. I caught up.
Okay. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the clubroom door. Also, Monica being the person who everyone can talk to about their problems. Yeah, I kind of assumed that. That was like her role in the club, so I was right. Yes. Nice.
Yuri? Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon.
I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. But I got most of the way through it.
Aw.
And look!
Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. The page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me. I've been trying really hard. Stop.
Yuri presses her fist against her forehead.
Please, stop. I can't take this. Yuri?
Yuri's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yuri looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head.
No. It's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like... I don't want your pity! Why did I do that?
Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks.
I'm sorry.
Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? You end up pushing everyone away from you. Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori for the rest of the world. She should leave. Just escape from here. Or Monica sees her like this. Or Sayori tells Monica what she did. Before Yuri can put any strength to her legs, a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind.
It's okay.
Yuri whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together. Okay?
Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. Gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, and speaks while steadying her voice.
I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. It makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am.
Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue.
Yet I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought that was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people. Stop ruining things for myself. That's all.
Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, you can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the thing that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know. But my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Irrational fears. Well, You know, there's no way that you could frustrate me, because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we can never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Tension relaxes. For once, it feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, using Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Aw. Damn, bro. That was pretty deep, bro.
Heavy.
Bro, that went on for longer. I might have been in my feels, bro.
Really?
What?
I said really?
I was like, when I was voicing Yuri, I was like, oh shit, bro. I hope me trying to pretend to cry. I hope me trying to pretend like I'm about to cry doesn't actually make me almost start crying for real.
That's how actors do it.
Because that's how it happened in Longer Roads. I was like, oh fuck.
That's how actors do it.
I was like, since I had to pretend like my voice was crying for so long, I was like, oh shit, no! I was like, my face is my fucking brain, I was like, I was like, fucking tears started, actually. I was like, oh shit, no! So I was like, shit, bro. If I had to do that for a little
You know what? No, that means that just means you're a good actor, Zero.
No, I got too big with it.
Right back in.
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course! I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
And Sayori takes that advice to nothing, because she still hugs and touches Natsuki, so that advice meant nothing to Sayori. Dan took the feels and cranked them to 11 for this one. He really did, bro. I even said that. I was like, I feel like the side stories are gonna be really fucking sad. I was like, knowing Dan, these aren't just gonna be wholesome. These are gonna be sad, wholesome. And I was like, yep, I knew it. These are fucking depressing. They're like uplifting sad. They're bittersweet. It's like, I knew it. She can't help herself. Yeah, you fucking Yuri told Sayori that she shouldn't touch people without their consent. And I was like, and Sayori just lets that just goes in one ear and out the other, because Sayori just continues to do that.
Yeah.
I'm back. Monica's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently.
Sayori trots over to Monica. He whispers loudly.
Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori.
Sayori wraps her arms around Monica.
Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster. Hey, don't call me a monster! Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry?
Oh? Yuri smiles. Aw, she does. she loves poetry. Aw, that was cute. Ah!
He loves it.
Ah!
It's the sad one, kind of. It's the bittersweet one.
It's the one. It's the one that was shown from Dan. Like now we can see it fully.
A little drawing of Monica. This is bread. Sayori does the little S thing. Yeah, I remember analyzing Dan's tweet when he showed it.
It's
looking at all
confirmed.
of
Yuri
them.
joined first. After Sayori.
After Sayori, yeah. Natsuki joined last.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people theorized that, didn't they?
I don't know.
I could have sworn people theorized. I know a lot of people knew Sayori joined first. But I don't know about Yuri and Natsuki. I think a lot of people always thought Natsuki joined last, I think, right? I feel like most people think that. Yeah, most mods had that. Yeah, I was about to say. I think most mods had the idea that Natsuki joined last. So we were kind of, I think everyone was kind of correct. Yeah, the trash baskets. Yeah, fucking love that. Fucking. Also, this kind of goes in canon with the side stories because now that one thing makes sense. Yeah, here we go. Don't forget, ask Monica about this. So now the side stories make sense because Monica knows about her depression. So it would make sense that she says, ask Monica about this. Yeah, here's their thing. Oh, such a cute picture.
She's so sad.
She was so sad. So sad. She was so sad. Bro, Dan really trying to make me fucking... Dan really trying to make me tear up. He was like, bro, if the mods ain't gonna do it, fine, I'll do it myself. Dan put on the Thanos glove. Dan, no!
No, no.
That was God. And that was only the second side story. It's probably gonna get harder to deal with.
There's a lot more, isn't there? There's like 4 more or something.
Sayori gets 1 more, and then there would be... There's 6 side stories. It says right there.
Oh.
We're halfway. Almost. We're almost halfway.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's 6 side stories. Because there's Sayori and Monica's. And then there's Sayori and Yuri, Sayori and Natsuki. And then Natsuki and Yuri, Natsuki and Monica. And then Monica and Yuri.
Yeah.
I feel like if there's something with I feel like with like Monica or Yuri, Monica and Natsuki, if it has something to do with Monica, I feel like that might make me sad.
Huh?
I don't know if it'll hit me, but it might maybe be like, ah, no. Natsuki's
Yeah,
my.
I want to try to voice those. So.
Also, considering the fact that these are dwelling into their problems, we actually might get more fucking things on Natsuki's father, on Natsuki's home life.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's
bro.
genuinely kind of interesting. Also, yeah, wait, I think before we started this, someone talked about a code. I think someone said they found a new code. They said like 244. Was it that? I think Llama, didn't you say it was 221? Didn't we already find that before? Oh no, we didn't. Project plan. That's an achievement.
Can't open it.
Don't know how to open it though, or when we're supposed to open it. Also, there was another one. If we go to poem words, because Fox told me this, the number 1, the one that has 915, the one that we open at 915 is 130.
Okay.
which is meeting notes. We can open that, and that's what we open at 9:15. I swear this is more teaser stuff. It might be a teaser for his game, or it might be a teaser for like a new DDLC thing. Who knows?
That would be amazing.
All right, well, back to the game, back to the base game. Uh-oh, back to the lab again. Yeah, actually, let me clarify. For people who know about, like, the code times, is there any times that we're coming up on that I need to, like, look out for, or are we basically past every single time? Because, like, it's 10:26, so it's like... Is there any times that we're actually coming up on? I highly doubt it. Because we're probably going to be ending, like, around midnight. Not exactly at midnight, but, like, around midnight. What's a code time? What do you mean? Like... Because no, all those codes you can only open at a certain time. No, unfortunately. Okay, I figured. Alright, I was just making sure. At some point, I'll probably just fuck around. And honestly, after we finish it, I will probably just fuck around my date and time and look at them all. I'll probably just do that. It feels like it's easier. Probably a teaser for his new VN. It might be. That's what I'm saying. It might be a new VN, or it might be that. It might be for a new DDLC thing.
I'm on the Switch, so... Like, before we end the stream or something, maybe I can look at them, because I can just easily change the time on my Switch.
Bro, I don't want you to...
That's going off my Switch time.
I don't want you to look at them, though.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers. I don't want to know what they are yet. Oh, wait, the next one comes at 12:55. We might? We'll see. It doesn't really matter if we don't make it to that point, because like I said, I might just, after we're done with everything, and like we got all the side story stuff, I'll just change a bunch of times. That's why I said no, yeah. Alright, let's show Sayori a poem. Hi.
I don't know how well you did on the game, so I don't know if we have the same dialogue.
We made a Sayori poem. Did you make a Sayori poem?
Yes, I did, but like, depending on how much you did,
I don't think that really happens. We'll see.
It does, because I've literally
Alright, okay. Also, I just noticed how weird it's gonna be, like, when Sayori dies in this game. We're gonna see her in the side stories. We're like, oh my god, it's Sayori!
Zero. I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me.
I'm not hiding anything.
But your poems are so good. Yesterday's, and this one's too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before.
I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so...
No way! Not even Natsuki?
Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that.
What do you mean?
Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. Well, I use the right poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? Could you somehow make everything in your life an adventure? Even the little things.
Like cooking!
Let's not talk about that. So, yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. You have that kind of weird connection. Your fault for getting in my business all the time.
I don't know if I understand.
You never understand when I try to explain things to you. Do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head.
Hey! I'm not a kid, you know.
Are you sure about that?
Maybe.
She starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands.
Hey, Zero. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it.
Huh? Why?
Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me.
Sayori, you completely misunderstood! I didn't write this for you! You even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home.
Really?
Snap!
Ah! I broke my pencil.
Very hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being attentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me.
Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking.
I'm a little clumsy today.
Let's sit down, Sayori.
Yeah.
I grab Sayori's arms and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, still haven't read your poem.
Oh! Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours.
Jeez, don't worry. You're all like it. And bottles. Yep, these are just bottles. Sayori can't cook as canon now? This is the base game. Sayori not being able to cook was always canon. Especially considering there's that other line where he talks about... Actually, no. That's her room being messy. Yeah, it's like her not being able to cook was always canon.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect something like this. Coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. Almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. Point is, it came out good. You should be proud of it.
Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. Even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing's like magic!
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die!
Sayori, please stop it. Don't get ahead of yourself. There's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. In case you want the times without searching endlessly through the files, you can DM me on Discord or Twitch, but Discord might be faster. Oh yeah, actually, that would be great. Yeah, I was like, yeah, do Discord, that'd probably be easy, so I can just have all the times there. Where the heck is... Wait, so I feel like someone said something that I was going to reply to, but I was reading. No, I think I was going to say something. Alright, because someone said, why does this feel new? Oh, because... I mean, it kind of feels new to me, too. Just because of the fact I don't really go down Sayori's route. It's been so long since I read it, so it's like, it kind of works for me.
Did I tell you about, the poem minigame glitch in my version?
What happened?
So, like, every time you pick a word and the girl jumps, they, like, teleport across, like, the screen. They, like, teleport to a different spot on the left side. So then, like, it just makes them jump in a spot where they're not supposed to, so it makes them all clump together weirdly.
It's fucking weird.
I don't know why it does that. But I was looking at yours, I noticed it didn't do that. But every time they jump, they, like, teleport somewhere else. It's weird.
It was kind of interesting. She said that Monica helped her with her poems, even though Sayori helped Monica with her poems.
Yeah.
I guess they could have helped each other.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, I just thought of something.
What?
Monica kept saying she wanted to express herself. And by the end of their side story, Monica doesn't learn how to write a poem. But and all her poems in this game are about her epiphany.
Yeah.
So that means basically, yeah, it's like, I know we already basically were saying this was canon, but it's like the side stories have to be canon now. Like that's how she was able to she had nothing to express about herself, but once she had the epiphany, that's like something she was totally able to express herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but before she was having trouble expressing herself. She never really knew how. Does that mean canonically, without the epiphany, Monica doesn't make very good poems?
I want to see an actual Monica. That's funny.
I was about to say, I was like, well, and they never get finished. She never does them. Because she's constantly erasing, I think is what she's saying. Like, she never actually just sat down and made a full poem.
Yeah, she just doesn't know what to put down.
Yeah. I feel like eventually she would learn how to, though. Just how long they've been in the literature club.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Thanks, Natsuki. Appreciate it. Phew.
Huh? Phew what?
Well, nothing. Well, anything is a train wreck. I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical.
Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. Aha! Glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe be as good as me someday.
That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Huh? You think so? Yeah. Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But she never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? Like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. Think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You'd say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Who's your favorite, actually? Monica is my favorite.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, what? You don't know that? And then I realized that we recently, at some point, hit 240 viewers. There's probably some new people here. So, it's like,
I'm his favorite.
Yeah, so I will definitely, it's like to give people, I guess, a list for the new people. My list of favorite girls goes Monica. Natsuki and Sayori might actually be tied now for second.
Look at this man.
So, Natsuki and Sayori are tied for second, and then that leaves Yuri. But again, as I mentioned, it's not because I hate Yuri or anything. I love all of the characters. I just love some more than others. That's literally all it is. Because I love how all of them work off each other. It's amazing. Also, why do we not have quality options to stream despite over 100 people? Twitch is random. Again, if I was a partner, then they'd give me quality options constantly. Because I'm an affiliate, they only sometimes give it to me. And who knows?
Yeah.
If I continue with views like this, eventually I might get partnered.
Yeah.
Not bad, right?
Went a bit longer than yesterday's.
Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do.
No, of course not.
Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk.
Do you know people like that?
Of course. It's about everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of if people find out. To make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. People really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. And you are also, and I also seem to forget how similar you are to Yuri. I always forget that the whole point of Natsuki and Yuri is that they're so opposites, but also the same at the same time.
Yeah.
They're like two sides of the same coin, basically.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, it's like she sits there and it's like, why do people need to accept people who like this weird stuff? It's like, yeah, I forgot. It's like, they're very similar. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. But I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Yes, ma'am. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, I'm curious about something.
What?
I'm curious about something real quick, because I did make a save of this, luckily, so... Okay, so, like... Oh, Nope. Okay. I thought I'd get a bonus picture for siding with Natsuki because we got that one picture for clicking help Sayori. Yeah, for this. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't get anything. Okay. I just wanted to see something. I thought it would have given me something depending on what choice you picked there. Guess it didn't matter. All right. Sad. Speaking of which, you don't have to actually side with Natsuki to like get her like route to get like her route, right? Like it doesn't matter who you side with there, right?